Now, Joe Cornish, this may seem a little trivial, and I know usually we deal with news topics on the show, but forgive me because it's bugging me. Would you consider a Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit?
Well, the Jaffa cake is described on the packaging as a cake.
Yeah.
The Jaffa cakes are cakes, hence Jaffa cake. But I appreciate it's a biscuit-sized cake, so I'd like to offer you this.
Yeah, well.
Biscake.
Biscake?
It's a biscake. Sounds like a different expression, doesn't it?
What?
But it's a biscake. Because it's biscuit-shaped and sized.
Yeah.
But were you to take the jelly orange off and the chocolate, you couldn't describe that thing as a biscuit. A biscuit's to do with consistency and crunch.
Crunch, right.
Like something soft is a cake. Yeah. Something tough is a biscuit.
That's interesting. Well, because...
It's not interesting, it's just fact.
Well, it is.
But...
And...
Yeah.
And it has an important financial consequence for the manufacturers of Jaffa Cakes, Joe Cornish, because, check this out, under UK law, no VAT is charged on biscuits and cakes, right? They are 0 rated. But check this out. Deal with this. Chocolate-covered biscuits, however, are classed as luxury items and are subject to VAT at 17.5%.
No.
Yes.
But there's no VAT on food.
On chocolate-covered biscuits.
Is there?
Yeah.
You're telling me there's VAT on chocolate-covered biscuits?
Yeah.
I thought generally there's no VAT on food.
Chocolate-covered biscuits.
You don't go to Sainsbury's, you don't get VAT
chocolate-covered biscuits
on the bottom of the thing, do you? You don't give your supermarket bill to your taxman, do you? Adam Buxton.
For your chocolate-covered
Do you give your
biscuits?
Accountant your supermarket receipts?
No.
Exactly. And you certainly don't get a separate... Here's your receipt, sir, for your shopping.
I'm just quoting...
And here's your biscuit receipt.
I'm quoting...
Here's your luxury good receipts that you can declare to your accountant. It doesn't happen. You're quoting what?
I'm quoting...
Wikipedia.
I'm quoting the facts from Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. You know that Wikipedia is mostly rubberpedia.
No. In 1991, this was challenged in court. So I don't think they would have had like a court case if it was completely made up.
No,
the judge,
going.
at one stage, the judge would just say, has anyone considered the fact that none of this is real? Surely we're all wasting our time. I've heard from Joe Cornish. He disputes the fact that any of this is actually real.
You're missing out the middleman, which is Wikipedia.
In 1991, the question of whether Jaffa Cakes were cakes or biscuits was challenged in court. Now, this may have been because their Jaffa Cakes are about the same size and shape as some types of biscuit. The question that had to be answered was this: what criteria should be used to class something as a cake or biscuit? McVitie's defended the classification of Jaffa Cakes as a cake by producing a giant Jaffa Cake.
Wow.
To illustrate that
just to distract the jury.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a giant cake.
You're not guilty.
Made a cake. It looks like a chocolate UFO with an orange alien inside driving it.
A big flat orange alien.
No, they produced a giant Jaffa Cake to illustrate the fact that their Jaffa Cakes were simply mini cakes, right? So they just blew the whole thing up and said, look, it's a cake. They also argued that the distinction between cakes and biscuits is simply that cakes go hard when stale, whereas biscuits go soft. It was demonstrated that Jaffa Cakes become hard when stale, and McVitie's won the case.
Wow. That's earth-shattering.
I threw my piece of paper across
That's amazing.
like a lawyer.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because I feel as if I've won my case here and given you some facts.
Wow.
Now, what?
I really didn't follow that at all. There was a court case. McVitie's had something to do with it. A giant UFO landed. It had a big flat orange alien. The jury were so amazed and excited by the giant cake that they threw the case out. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Oh, we've learned so much. But in conclusion, a Jaffa Cake is a cake because it's called a Jaffa Cake.
James Dean Bradfield, that's no way to tell a lie.